All right. All right, real quick, before we get started, I'm going to turn the mic over to Senator Singleton.
Mr. President, I want to thank you all for allowing me to have this moment. And today is Apple Day. And Apple is today. Let's go ahead go. Today, and we just trying to make sure everybody understand the patient. We're just kind of waiting on a second, and we're gonna get rolling here. It's tough style.
Who do you think is going to win the
Auburn.
Well, we played the first half.
Okay. It's a good game.
Kind of tough to go 3-24 in the second half. So.
Good game. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to have your attention right quick. I want to say that today, and this is a special day for a person who's been here for more than 30 years. I want to give a 30-year congratulations to Ms. Sharon Calhoun. For 30 years, and today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday to you. Mr. President, before we open up, I would like to, I know I want to send the anybody out there to read the resolution. Thank you.
Senate resolution amending Sharon Calhoun 30 years service with the Alabama Senate by Senator Singleton. Whereas Brian Such legislatively commend colleague and friend Sharon Calhoun 30 years service with the Alabama Senate. And whereas Mrs. Calhoun born in Hamilton County on March 1966 to William Jr. And whereas she George Washington High School, Trinity State College, and Columbia Southern University. And whereas Mrs. Calhoun born in December 1985, where she served as a until 1986. She worked under Carl Langford and served as clerk of the State Government Affairs Committee. She returned to the Alabama Senate on March 1993 and began working with Senator Sanders and Senator Steve Windham. She worked under Senator Sanders for 25 years, served as the clerk of the Financial and Education Committee for 16 years, and served as the clerk of the Banking and Insurance Committee for 1 year. Senator Windham was chair. And she has been working for Senate Minority Leader Singleton since December 2018. Whereas Ms. Calhoun is first Baptist Church in Montgomery, where she serves as Deaconess Center as a member of Women's Affairs Ministry. And whereas Ms. Calhoun married Amelia C. Calhoun, President of Montgomery City Council on February 18, 1986. She and her husband have two children, Cornelia and Joel. And whereas a woman of steadfast diligence who is passionate about serving others, Ms. Calhoun is an inspiration to many in her community and beyond. Now therefore be it resolved by the Senate of the Legislature of Alabama that Mrs. Sharon Renee Calhoun is highly commended for 30 years of dedicated service with the Alabama Senate, and this resolution hereby serves as a tribute to her with heartiest gratitude, admiration, and regard.
Mr. President,
Senator Singleton.
Ms. Calhoun, would you come forward? I would like to present you with this resolution. Thank you.
Wow. I'm speechless, but I am so thankful. And these are tears of joy because I have been a part of the Alabama Senate for many years, and I love all of you deeply from my heart. There's many things that divide us. Color divide us. Our sizes divide us. So many things divide us, but it's so much that brings us together. And I know one thing that surely brings us together, and it's the love of God. So I am so grateful. I won't belong the time because I know we have some business to take care of. Alphas, thank you all for being here today, and we thank you for your service. I love you, thank you, and I'm so grateful.
Mr. President,
Senator
it's
Singleton.
all yours.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Calhoun, and happy 40th birthday. So, all right. Senator Smitherman.
Mr. President, at the proper time, I'd like to have a moment of personal privilege. Okay, well, fine, I'm going to ask him to read a resolution for me as well, so I don't mind doing it whenever you tell me either way. That'll be fine. Yes, sir.
All right.
That's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Alabama Senate will now come to order. Our prayer today will be delivered by Senator Kirk Hatcher. Senator Hatcher.
Let us assume a posture of prayer. Oh God, our God, we come in this moment with breathless wonder, thanking you for all that is. We know that you're here in this place. Help us. Help us to be aware of your presence in countless ways, some big and small. And help us as we seek to do the people's business, to recognize that you and you alone are in charge. We thank you right now for what you are doing and what you will do. We thank you, God, for those individuals who are hearing the sound of my weak voice. And we thank you, Lord God, for those individuals who find themselves in a strange moment of wondering whether or not life will be good for them. Let us make it so. And so as you lean over the balcony of eternity, oh God, please pick up each and every petition under the sound of my voice and help us to know that when we are being blessed, and we are, that you are the one who's doing the blessing. I lift this prayer. In the name above every name, I pray. Let the people say amen.
Amen. Thank you, Senator Hatcher. Today, the pledge will be led by Cameron Cunningham, a student from Auburn University, Montgomery.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Secretary, call the roll.
Mr. Albritton, Mr. Allen, Mr. Barfoot, Mr. Beasley, Mr. Bell, Mr. Butler, Mr. Carnley, Mr. Chambliss, Mr. Chastain. Ms. Coleman. Ms. Coleman Madison. Mr. Elliott. Ms. Figures. Mr. Gavan. Mr. Gudger. Mr. Hatcher. Mr. Hovey. Mr. Jones. Mr. Kelly. Mr. Livingston. Mr. Melson. Mr. Orr. Mr. Price. Mr. Reed. Mr. Roberts. Mr. Schofield. Mr. Sessions. Mr. Shillnut. Mr. Singleton. Mr. Smitherman. Here. Mr. Stewart. Mr. Stutz. Mr. Wagner. Ms. Weaver. Mr. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 33 senators present, which is a quorum. The Senate is ready to transact business.
Mr. President,
Senator Wagner.
move that we excuse absent senators.
All right, any objection? Hearing none, so ordered.
Mr. President,
Senator Wagner.
move that we dispense with the reading of the journal from the previous legislative day and adopted from the legislative day.
Any objection? Hearing none, so ordered. All right, Senator Smitherman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm asking for a moment of personal privilege, and I'll tell you what it's regarding.
You're recognized.
Thank you. It's a resolution recognizing the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity because they're here with us today on Alpha Day at the Capitol. And it just so happened that you have 3 of your members in here who happen to be a part of that fraternity.
All right.
And so at this time, we would ask, can we get y'all attention? Calm down a little bit. Calm down. If y'all don't mind, thank you. We would ask that if you would ask them to stand, all the members from Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, as this resolution is being read. I want y'all, let's give them a big round of applause first for coming down here and visiting us on Capitol Day. And I also want y'all to take a look at, you got 3 alpha men standing right up here with you every day, all the way. So if I could get them to read this resolution.
All right, any objection? Hearing none, so ordered. Secretary, read the resolution.
Senate resolution commending Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated and the Alabama District chapters and recognizing March 21st, 2023 as Alpha Phi Alpha Day at the state capitol by Senators Hatcher, Smitherman, and Stewart. Whereas Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, the first intercollegiate Greek letter fraternity established for African Americans, was founded at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York on December 4th, 1906 by Henry Arthur Callis, Charles Henry Chapman, Eugene Kinkle Jones, George Biddle Kelly, Nathaniel Allison Murray, Robert Harold Ogle, and Vertner Woodson Tandy, known as the Jewels. These men recognized the need for a strong bond of brotherhood among African descendants in this country. And whereas Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated for 117 years has been a beacon of light to the community by staying true to its aims of manly deeds, scholarship, and love for all mankind. And whereas Alpha Phi Fraternity Incorporated has produced over 200,000 members since their founding in 1906, and currently there are over 80,000 college-educated living members that were inducted into 706 college and alumni chapters in the United States, Europe, Asia, and the Caribbean. And whereas Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated continues to make a difference in our society through the fraternity's national programs of civic outreach initiatives, accumulating over 850,000 hours of community service, producing $2.3 million in scholarships, and registering thousands of American citizens to participate in the voting process. Now therefore be it resolved by the Senate of the Legislature of Alabama that the members of this body commend Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated and the Alabama District chapters for their outstanding contributions to this nation and the state of Alabama, and recognize March 21st, 2023 as Alpha Phi Alpha Day at the Alabama State Capitol. Be it further resolved that the Secretary of the Senate is authorized and directed to make appropriate copies of this resolution available for distribution to the Alabama District Director and the Chairperson of the Political Action Committee of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
Senator Smithman.
We want to give, once again, thanks to all the members of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity for all you do at your public service and for mankind. And with that, if you will allow, I will yield and give them, the other members, an opportunity to express themselves.
All right. Who'd like to go next?
Mr. President, I want to thank you for this opportunity. As a new senator, the values of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated to be first of all, servants of all, and to be transcendent of all have guided me throughout my journey to the Senate and throughout life. And these values will help propel our legislative body. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Hatcher.
Thank you, Mr. President. We are grateful for the women in this chamber who have come and representing. Senator Coleman is a former Miss Black and Gold, and we're thankful for them. But also, we want to point out that over those 117 years, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity have welcomed membership. Roles include Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Thurgood Marshall, among the many luminaries who give us the beacon light that we move forward to embrace. And so thank you and this body for the recognition, and thanks to our brothers who have come out today to be in this State House. Thank you all.
Thank you, Senator.
Let's give them a round.
Thank you. Welcome to Alabama Senate. Great to have you today.
In conclusion, I just want to leave with this last sentence, and this is to my colleague, my minority leader. I just want to let him know that all great men, minority leader, all great men are not alphas, but all alphas are great men. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Senator. All right. Move on to introduction of bills, and then also House messages, and I believe the House message is going to go to rules, correct? Hold on. Okay. All right.
Senate Bill number 66 by Senator Melson and others relating to health care is referred to the Committee on Health Care.
Senator Jones.
Make a motion, we allow for the introduction of bills anytime throughout the day.
Any objection? Hearing none, so ordered.
Thank you, Mr.
All right, thank you. All right, now move on to House messages. I believe in
Rules. Message from the House. Mr. President, the House of Representatives has originated and adopted the following House Joint Resolution and ordered same sent forthwith to the Senate. House Joint Resolution number 11 by Representative Baker congratulating Ronald Jackson for being inducted into the Alabama High School Sports Hall of Fame. Signed, John Treadwell Clerk, is referred to the Committee on Rules.
all right. Now, next, move on to committee reports. Secretary, call the first committee.
From the Committee on Finance and Taxation General Fund, Senate Bill number 14 receives a favorable report by a vote of 12 ayes and 0 nays. From the Committee on Finance and Taxation General Fund, Senate Bill number 22 receives a favorable report with one amendment. by a vote of 12 ayes and 0 nays. From the Committee on Finance and Taxation General Fund, Senate Bill number 23 receives a favorable report by a vote of 12 ayes and 0 nays.
Mr. President, could I request the title be read?
All right, Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 23 to amend Section 12-17-81 of the Code of Alabama 1975 to further provide for the salary of all circuit clerks in the unified judicial system based on the pay plan adopted by the personnel system of the unified judicial system. From the Committee on Finance and Taxation General Fund, Senate Bill number 44 receives a favorable report by a vote of 12 ayes and 0 nays.
Mr. President,
Senator,
I request the title be read.
Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 44 relating to court costs to amend Section 22-52-14 Code of Alabama 1975 to further provide for an appointed attorney's compensation in a commitment proceeding. From the Committee on Finance and Taxation General Fund, Senate Bill number 45 receives a favorable report by a vote of 12 ayes and 0 nays.
These bills received a second reading and be placed on the calendar for the next legislative day. Secretary, call the next committee.
From the Committee on County and Municipal Government, Senate Bill number 33 receives a favorable report with one amendment by a vote of 10 ayes and 0 nays.
Mr. President, could I request the title be read?
Absolutely. Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 33 relating to motor vehicles and traffic to amend sections 11-494, 32-5A-173, and 32-5A-176, Code of Alabama 1975, to prohibit a municipality from setting speed limits on county-maintained streets within its corporate limits, and to make non-substantive technical revisions to update the existing code language to the current style. From the Committee on County and Municipal Government, Senate Bill number 40 receives a favorable report with one amendment by a vote of 10 ayes and 0 nays.
Mr. President, may I request the title be read?
Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 40 relating to county and local government to provide prohibitions on the adoption or enforcement of certain building codes requiring the installation of certain latent, non-operable features in a residential structure. From the Committee on County and Municipal Government, Senate Bill number 65 receives a favorable report with one amendment and one substitute by a vote of 6 ayes, 4 nays, and 0 abstentions.
Mr. President,
Senator.
may I request the title be read?
Yes, Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill 65 relating to municipal occupational license taxes to add section 11-51-91.1 to the Code of Alabama 1975 to reduce any municipal occupational license tax greater than 1% based on an annual reduction in the tax until the tax would be 1%, to provide that any occupational license tax levied by any municipality would not apply to any person performing an occupation in the police jurisdiction of the municipality or on any property annexed into the municipality after January 1st, 2023. To provide for a referendum under certain conditions in certain counties in which 2 or more municipalities levied an occupational tax greater than 1% on January 1st, 2023, to prohibit a municipality from levying a new occupational license tax or increasing the rate of any existing municipal occupational license tax, to provide for certain exceptions from any occupational taxes for certain temporary workers and for severance pay, to specify the power of municipality pursuant to section 11-51-90 of the Code of Alabama 1975 to license an exhibition, trade, business, vocation, occupation, or profession only within the corporate limits and jurisdiction of that municipality, to further provide for refunds and collections of the license fees and taxes, and to provide that these provisions are retroactive and declaratory territory of existing law.
These bills received a second reading and be placed on the calendar for next legislative day. Secretary, call the next committee.
From the Committee on Education Policy, Senate Bill number 46 receives a favorable report by a vote of 6 ayes, 0 nays, with 1 amendment.
Mr. President,
Senator.
may I request the title be read?
Yeah, Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 46 relating to the mobility of P through 12 teachers to provide and adopt the Interstate Teacher Mobility Compact to allow licensed teachers to practice among compact states in a limited manner, to provide eligibility requirements for licensed teachers to teach pursuant to the compact, to provide for a coordinated licensure information system, joint investigations, and disciplinary actions, to establish the Interstate Teacher Mobility Compact Commission and provide for membership, powers, duties, and rulemaking functions of the commission, and to provide for oversight of the compact, enforcement of the compact, default procedures, dispute resolutions, withdrawal of compact states, and amendments to the compact. From the Committee on Education Policy, Senate Bill number 52 receives a favorable report by a vote of 6 ayes and 0 nays.
Mr. President,
Senator Smithman.
may I request the title be read?
Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 52 relating to the Alabama Safe at Schools Act to add section 16-30A-3.1 to the Code of Alabama 1975 and to amend sections 16-30A-5 and 16-30A-7 Code of Alabama 1975 to include adrenal insufficiency as a condition for which the State Board of Education is required to develop guidelines to train school employees under the act, to authorize certain school employees to administer injectable medications to students with an adrenal insufficiency, and to require local boards of education to ensure that students with an adrenal insufficiency have their medical needs met and are not excluded from certain activities. From the Committee on Education Policy, Senate Bill number 56 receives a favorable report with 1 amendment by a vote of 7 ayes and 0 nays.
Mr. President, go get the title read.
All right, Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 56 relating to public K through 12 schools to add section 16-39-13 to the Code of Alabama 1975 to require local boards of education to install, maintain, and operate video cameras in certain self-contained classrooms providing special education services, and to provide protections for the use of video recordings.
These bills received a second reading to be placed on the calendar for next legislative day. Secretary, call the next committee.
From the Committee on Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry, Senate Bill number 27 receives a favorable report with substitute by a vote of 9 ayes and 0 nays.
This bill has received a second reading to be placed on the calendar for next legislative day. This concludes committee reports.
Senate confirmation number 1, appointing Jeff Gronberg to the University of Alabama Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations.
Mr. President. Okay.
Senate confirmation number 2, appointing W. Davis Malone to the University of Alabama Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 3, appointing Scott M. Phelps to the University of Alabama Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 4, appointing W. Stancil Starnes to the University of Alabama Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 5, appointing Alan Owen III to the Troy University Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 6, appointing Roy Drinkard to the Troy University Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 7, appointing Gibson Vance to the Troy University Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 8, appointing William Ainsworth to the Auburn University Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 9, appointing Robert Dumas to the Auburn University Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 10, appointing Jimmy Rain to the Auburn University Board of Trustees is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Yeah. Jimmy Rain, Auburn Board of Trustees. Senate confirmation number 11, appointing Kathy Madison to the Textbook Committee, Career and Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics grades 6 through 12 is referred to the Committee on Confirmations.
Hey, man, I'm sending you those confirmations back. I need all the names.
Oh, you need them all?
Yeah.
Senate confirmation number 12, appointing Shane Cobb to the Textbook Committee, Career Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics, grades 6 through 12, is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 13, appointing Lance Hunter to the Textbook Committee, Career and Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics, grades 6 through 12, is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 14, appointing Nancy Dixon to the Textbook Committee, Career and Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics, grades 6 through 12, is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 15, appointing Paul Morin to the Textbook Committee, Career and Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics, grades 6 through 12, is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 16, appointing Harold Fennell Benjamin to the Textbook Committee, Career and Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics, grades 6 through 12, is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 17, appointing Eric Fulmer to the Textbook Committee, Career and Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics, grades 6 through 12, is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 18, appointing Sherry DeLoach to the Textbook Committee, Career and Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics, grades 6 through 12, is referred to the Committee on Confirmations. Senate confirmation number 19, appointing Brian Narr to the Textbook Committee, Career and Technical Education for Architecture and Construction, Information Technology, and Transportation Distribution and Logistics, grades 6 through 12, is referred to the Committee on Confirmations.
All right, this concludes the governor's messages and concludes committee reports. Now move on to motions and resolutions. Senator Weaver.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a resolution to name bridge on Highway 82 after fallen officer Deputy Brad Johnson.
All right, Secretary, read and receive the resolution.
Senate Joint Resolution number 7 by Senator Weaver, naming the bridge on Alabama State Highway Route 25 that spans United States Highway Route 82 in Bibb County, Alabama, the Deputy Brad Johnson Memorial Bridge.
I'd like to ask for unanimous consent for immediate consideration.
All right, any objection?
Objection.
All right.
We need these things to go to rules, and so I would object to any.
I mean, if you object, it goes to rule. So you're objecting on every resolution?
On every resolution today.
Yeah, you got to stay at the mic, so on each one.
me?
You have to stay at the mic on each one that comes up.
Okay.
Object. All right, so Secretary, send the rules.
Senate Joint Resolution number 7 by Senator Weaver is referred to the Committee on Rules.
All right, Senator Weaver.
I have another resolution, an SR commending Good Samaritan Rick LeCroy for his heroic acts on a Cahaba River rescue.
All right, Secretary, read and receive the resolution.
Mr. President, at the proper time, I'd like to have it read in entirety.
All right, Senator Weaver, do you have anything else?
I have one for Senator Orr as well.
All right, Secretary, read and receive the resolution.
Senate Joint Resolution number 8 by Senator Orr, honoring the 75th anniversary of the State of Israel and reaffirming the bonds of friendship and cooperation between Alabama and Israel.
All right, Senator Weaver.
So he had asked that have unanimous consent for immediate consideration and adding all names of all senators.
All right, well, there's an objection. And then,
To consideration. Objection.
all right, is there any objection for all senators being added as co-sponsors?
I just have a point of order.
Okay.
At what point in time can I request for it to be read in its entirety?
When it comes out of rules.
Okay, so we looking to send it to rules. Oh, okay. All right, that's
Senator Gavan's going to,
No, I won't object.
okay.
I won't object.
All right, any objection for all? All right. Hearing none, so ordered.
Thank you.
All right, now there is an objection for immediate consideration, so send to rules.
Senate Joint Resolution number 8 is referred to the Committee on Rules.
All right, Senator Albritton.
I have a joint resolution,
All right, Secretary, read and receive the joint resolution.
and since there's an objection, I will not move for immediate consideration and send it to rules.
All right.
That's Senate Joint Resolution number 9 by Senator Albritton, recognizing the Alabama River as an Alabama state landmark on Rivers of Alabama Day on April 11th, 2023, is referred to the Committee on Rules.
All right, Senator.
Mr. President. Never mind right now. Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right, Senator Williams.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I got a SJR.
All right, Secretary, read and receive the SJR. And I assume you want that sent to rules as well?
Yes,
All right,
please.
Secretary, send to rules.
Senate Joint Resolution number 10 by Senators Williams and Sessions, designating the bridge on Alabama State Highway, Route 158, that spans Lott Road in Mobile County as the Melvin E. Pierce Memorial Bridge is referred to the Committee on Rules.
All right, Senator Chambliss.
Mr. President, I have an SJR I'd like to send to rules.
All right, Secretary, read and receive the SJR and send to rules.
Mr. President. Senate Joint Resolution number 11 by Senator Chambliss honoring the Prattville Area Chamber of Commerce on its 50th anniversary is referred to the Committee on Rules.
Sorry, Senator Allen. Senator Allen.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, got an SJR.
All right, Secretary, read and receive the SJR.
Rules.
Senate Joint Resolution number 12 by Senator Allen designating the bridge on McFarland Boulevard that spans Interstate 20 and Interstate 59 as the Luther Stancil Pate III Memorial Bridge.
All right, send to rules. All right, Secretary, send to rules.
Senate Joint Resolution number 12 is referred to the Committee on Rules.
Any other motions or resolutions?
I got these right here. Just got them. Okay, hand them to me. Yeah, well, they don't have bill numbers yet.
What was last introduction, what was the last first reading we had? What number?
The last, before today.
Today?
No, the last.
We've taken first reading.
Yeah.
First one today is 67.
What was the last one we took? Today. What was the last
The
one?
last one that I took today was 88.
And that's 89.
You want to start with 88?
Senate Bill number 89 by Senator Sessions and others is referred to the Committee on Transportation and Energy. Senate Bill number 90 by Senator Livingston is referred to the Committee on Finance, Taxation, Education.
Could I have it, Tyler, read it?
Secretary, read the title.
Want me?
Senate Bill number 90, relating to sales and use tax, to add a new section 40-23-4.5, Code of Alabama 1975, to exclude products under Chapter 2A of Title 20 from the producer value added sales and use tax exemption. Senate Bill number 91 by Senators Carnley and others, relating to agriculture, is referred to the Committee on Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry. Senate Bill number 92 by Senator Carnley and others, relating to retirement, is referred to the Committee on County and Municipal Government. Senate Bill number 93 by Senators Hovey and others, relating to appropriations, is referred to the Committee on Finance, Taxation, Education. Senate Bill number 94 by Senator Weaver, relating to juvenile probation services, is referred to the Committee of Fiscal Responsibility and Economic Development. Senate Bill number 95 by Senator Weaver, relating to motor vehicle license plates, is referred to the Committee on State Government.
Mr. President,
Senator.
may I request the title be read?
Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 95, relating to distinctive motor vehicle license plates, to amend section 32-6-281 Code of Alabama 1975 to provide for the distribution of proceeds of sales and distinctive motor vehicle license plate to emergency medical service providers. Senate Bill number 96 by Senator Gavan and others, relating to the Alabama Medical Liability Act of 1996, is referred to the Judiciary Committee.
Mr. President,
Senator Smithland.
may I have the title read?
Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 96, relating to the Alabama Medical Liability Act of 1996 to amend section 6-5-549.1 of the Code of Alabama 1975 to provide that the term healthcare provider, as used in that act, and Alabama Medical Liability Act of 1987, would include emergency medical services personnel and any emergency medical provider service. Senate Bill number 97 by Senator Gavan and others, relating to parole, is referred to the Committee of the Judiciary.
Mr. President,
Senator Smithland.
may I request the title be read?
Yes, Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 97, relating to parole, to amend section 15-22-28 Code of Alabama to provide that a prisoner is not eligible for parole if he or she has been duly charged with a new offense that has not been disposed. Senate Bill number 98 by Senator Gavan, relating to nonprofit homeowners associations, is referred to the Committee on Fiscal Responsibility and Economic Development.
President,
Senator.
I request the title be read.
All right, Secretary, read the title.
Relating to nonprofit homeowners associations, amending sections 35-20-5 Code of Alabama 1975 to remove the requirement that certain duplicative filings shall be submitted to the Secretary of State. Senate Bill number 99 by Senator Gavan and others, relating to the courts, is referred to the Committee on Finance, Taxation, General Fund.
Mr. President,
Senator Smithland.
may I request the title be read?
Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 99, relating to courts, to increase the mileage reimbursement paid to jurors. Senate Bill number 100.
Hey, ma'am.
By Senator Orr, relating to state government, is referred to the Committee on Finance and Taxation Education. Senate Bill number 101 by Senator Orr and others, relating to the Education Trust Fund, is referred to the Committee on Finance and Taxation Education. Senate Bill number 102 by Senator Orr and others, relating to income tax, is referred to the Committee on Finance and Taxation Education. That was 102. 4. That's 4, wasn't it? Senate Bill number 103 by Senator Orr, relating to the State Ethics Commission, is referred to the Committee on the Judiciary.
Mr. President,
Senator Smithman.
may I have the title read?
Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 103, relating to the State Ethics Commission, to require the commission to provide an alleged violator with exculpatory evidence. Senate Bill number 104 by Senator Elliott, relating to civil liability, is referred to the Committee on the Judiciary.
Mr. President, may I have the title read?
Secretary, read the title.
Senate Bill number 104, relating to civil liability, to amend Section 6-5-71 Code of Alabama 1975 to further provide for the right of action for injuries resulting from the illegal furnishing of alcoholic beverages by basing liability for a person who illegally furnishes alcoholic beverages to an individual who injures a third party on what the furnisher knew or should have known under the circumstances, to specify when the right of action is not available, and to provide legislative intent. Senate Bill number 105 by Senator Coleman Madison and others.
Mr. President, may I have the title read?
Yes, Secretary, read the title.
Relating to consumption of fishes, to require the state health officer to issue advisories concerning fish consumption and to establish a panel to advise on and discuss this issue, to require the Department of Environmental Management to test fishes for pollutants and post signage at water bodies notifying of an active fish consumption advisory, to require the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources to notify fish license purchasers of all active advisories, and to require holders of National Pollution Discharge Elimination System permits to post signage identifying outfalls, is referred to the Committee on Health Care. Senate Bill number 106 by Senator Coleman Madison and others, relating to municipal courts, is referred to the Judiciary Committee. Senate Bill number 107 by Senator Coleman Madison and others, relating to the recording of certain mortgages, is referred to the Committee on Finance and Taxation General Fund.
Mr. President, may I have the title read?
All right, Secretary, read the title.
To amend Section 40-22 Code of Alabama 1975 to increase the fee for recording of certain mortgages, deeds of trust, contracts of conditional sale, or other instruments of like character which is given to secure the payment of any debt which conveys any real or personal property, and to modify the rate and distribution of the mortgage record tax in order to provide a dedicated revenue for the Alabama Housing Trust Fund.
Senator Smithman.
May I have the title read?
Secretary, read the title.
Yeah, I got to read the bill then. All right. Senate Bill number 108 by Senator Coleman Madison is referred to the Committee on State Governmental Affairs, relating to public contracts, to amend sections 41-16-50, 41-1651, 41-1652, 41-1653, 41-1654, and 411655, Code of Alabama 1975, to increase the threshold dollar amount for which competitive bidding is generally required for certain state and local public awarding authorities, with exceptions, to provide a legislative method for the increase of the threshold dollar amount, and in connection therewith would have as its purpose or effect the requirement of a new or increased expenditure of local funds within the meaning of Section 111.05 of the Constitution of Alabama of 2022.
Have you read it?
Senate Bill 109 by Senator Coleman Madison and others relating to the Board of Social Work Examiners is referred to the Committee on Health Care.
May I get the title read?
Yeah, Secretary, read the title.
Relating to the Alabama Board of Social Work Examiners to amend Section 34-30-3, Code of Alabama 1975, and to add Section 34-30-34 to the Code of Alabama 1975, to provide further for the scope of practice of licensees. Healthcare. Senate Bill number 110 by Senator Smitherman relating to K through 12 public education is referred to the Committee on Education Policy.
Mr. President,
Senator Smitherman.
may I request the title be read?
Our Secretary, read the title.
Relating to K through 12 public education to amend Section 16-114, Code of Alabama 1975, to provide legislative findings, to provide a uniform system of procedural due process protections for students facing suspension or expulsion for violating the Student Code of Conduct of state law, and to require the State Board of Education to adopt rules to implement this act. Senate Bill number 111 by Senator Bell and others relating to appropriations in the Education Trust Fund to Talladega College is referred to the Committee on Finance and Taxation Education.
Mr. President,
Senator Smitherman.
may I have the title read?
Secretary, read the title.
To make an appropriation of $1,069,234 from the Education Trust Fund to Talladega College in Talladega, Alabama, for the support and maintenance of the educational program of the institution for the fiscal year ending in September 30th, 2024, to provide that the appropriation is subject to certain provisions of the Code of Alabama 1975, to require an operations plan and an audited financial statement prior to the release of any funds, and to require an end-of-the-year report.
Wait. This one we hadn't read the title on this one, have we?
Yeah, we just read the title.
Okay.
I have bad news for you.
What's that?
That's the last bill.
No, that's not bad. It's
I
kinda
agree it's not bad, actually.
It's not bad.
All right. Well, thanks, Senator Smitherman. All right, Senator Reed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I think there was a request made earlier about leaving the journal open for additional bills to be put in till 5 o'clock. Is that anything that there would be any opposition to? So, Mr. President, I'm going to make a motion that we leave the journal open until 5 p.m. for bills, Ms. Secretary, on first reading, and then that we would stand adjourned until 3 p.m. tomorrow.
All right, you heard the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We stand adjourned.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thanks, Senator Reed.